What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug. Welcome back to SVR 2006 on the PS2. I have to go one-on-one with The Undertaker, and Teddy didn't even book that, so it's gonna go down here with, I suppose, Eddie in his corner. I smell shenanigans. Also, it's Survivor Series. Also, it's a buried alive match. That's gonna be rough. The true meaning of ruthless aggression is burying your opponent alive. So Irish whip him into the casket and then press circle and D-pad to force him into the casket with the lid, and yeah. Hey, dead man, how's it going? What's up? Woohoo, yeah! So you're not gonna suplex the dead man. He's just too big. He's just too big. So that's gonna be... Can any of my grapples take care of the best pure striker in the game? Maybe not. But here we are. And here we go. Welcome to... What is today? Thursday on the program. There are some things to discuss. Whether or not I get to things like AEW NXT, we'll see. But first and foremost, Kevin Owens has decided he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna get got by coronavirus, and so he chose to stay home and was like, you know what, I don't need to be here. This is a bad idea, and therefore he is not there. So that is his choice. Smart, like Roman, and like, who else? Sami Zayn. So, good for them, man. Look, it's a global pandemic, and I don't blame them one bit. I wanted to grapple the dead man, and so far, Irish whip, which I think is... Nope, that's just a big boot to the face. I want to Irish whip, and I've forgotten how to do it. Now we have some news that we're going to get that R-Truth game show, finally, 3 years later. So, they filmed the pilot back in like 2017 for that whole thing, and it's gonna happen now. There's the Irish whip, and Taker's like, nah, that ain't happening. So I gotta hold the button, I gotta hold the direction to actually do the Irish whip. How am I gonna actually do that if Taker here cannot be Irish whipped properly? Because he's too big. I also didn't mean it. Alright, sure. Turn him over into the walls of Jericho. Why not? Also, Mustafa Ali supposedly being transferred to Monday Night Raw. And I told you guys on, was Raw last week before? There was some glitching. There was some weird glitching in a Mysterio interview, right? And I'm like, I thought the hacker was on SmackDown. But if Ali is going to Raw, and we assume that Ali is the hacker, then that all starts to make more sense that he's going to be involved there in some way, exposing something with somebody. But again, that's conjecture. We shall see. Nobody knows just yet. Taker with the Boston Crab, leaning on me. I just want to Irish whip him into this casket, and so far it has not been going like I wanted it to. If I lose here to the dead man in a buried alive match, that would not be surprising. Nope, I don't have the strength to do it. I just don't have the strength to do it, dead man. Okay, let's get into NXT here. What's important? What happened? Breezango lost to Imperium and mocked their entrance. That was pretty funny. Velveteen Dream and Dexter Lumis are still doing something, which is going to be interesting. And I'm really curious as to what. But he drew a picture of them as tag team champions, and Dream's like, no. Dream is a solo act. So to me, that says we're going to have eventually a Dexter Lumis Velveteen Dream tag team still feuding with Undisputed Era, as we know that we are still dealing with this feud between Lumis and Roddy Strong. So that all makes a bit of sense, to me anyway. But what do I know? Using an Xbox controller to play a PS2 game does get confusing when both have X buttons and they aren't in the same spot. Off the top of my head, I have forgotten what I need to do here. So, no, dead man, you ain't getting what you think you're getting. What was that? Falling in the sand, getting in the Brock lock. Okay, Damian Priest beat Killian Dane, and we're continuing this whole thing with Priest and Cameron Grimes. They fight next week. He made his tires flat. That happened. Come on, dead man. Get up here and fight me like a dead man. Can you do it, or are you just stuck? Okay. It is 2 buttons at the same time. I thought, you know what? Let me try that. And sure enough, it works. Sure enough, it is 2 buttons at the same damn time, as Echo Mog would say. Crossbody to nobody. Oh, and thanks, dead man. Now that I know, I can get this back underway, back underwear. Now then, Keith Lee did something very bad. He smashed the hourglass of Karrion Kross. That's not going to end up well for him. And, you know, it took me that long to figure it out, and he puts me in. And I've been... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Well, again, if I had known how to Irish Whip, it's 2 buttons, not just 1 button. I'm an idiot. There we go.
Here's your winner, the Under.
And here comes the dirt, burying the Slugger alive. Boom! Look at this dust. I'm fine. I can get out of that. It's not a problem. The lightning, not so much. But, yup, kicking the dirt. Ah, dead man. What are you gonna do? So, what else we got here? Yes, so, Cole is out there saying, man, who gonna fight me? Tell me who next. Keith Lee wants next. So does Johnny Gargano. So does Finn Balor. And so Mr. William Regal has said that next week, triple threat for the North American title. Whoever wins that match will then go on to challenge Adam Cole, and it'll be winner take all for both belts. Oh, good. The Royal Rumble. Fantastic. Well, we got buried by the dead man, and now we're heading towards the Royal Rumble. I betcha I lose that one, too. It is what it is, man. Let's head to the locker room and check out my number in the Royal Rumble. 15. Why, thank you, Mr. McMahon. And then head out to the next day of the game. Now, if I had to wager a guess, I would say that pretty good chance that Keith Lee loses Time to Rumble. Either the title next week or is cost the victory when he challenges for the...
Yes, I see what you mean, Coach. I must admit his behavior has been a bit strange lately. Thank you for coming here tonight to bring that to my attention.
You wanted to see me, Vince?
Yes, thank you for coming to see me. I wanted to take this chance to compliment you on your hard work so far this year and to let you know that it has not gone unnoticed. The matches you've competed in over the last few months have helped to determine your entry number into one of the greatest matches in sports entertainment, the Royal Rumble.
As you know, the Rumble takes place in 2 weeks. And tonight's match is your last chance to improve your entry number. And it must be your lucky day. Because Mr. McMahon, in his infinite wisdom, has come up with a typically brilliant plan to give you a choice of matches. You see, if you're fairly happy with your current number, you can compete in an Iron Man match tonight. When it's over, your opponent's number of pinfalls or submissions will be subtracted from yours. The resulting number will be added to your current entry number. So, if you score 3 points and your opponent scores 1, your entry number improves by 2. But if it's the other way around, your number falls by 2.
Or if you prefer to take a big risk for a big reward, you can compete tonight in a triple threat match against the number 1 and number 30 entrants. Win that match, and you'll get to enter the Royal Rumble last at number 30, which gives you a huge advantage. If you lose the triple threat, however, you'll enter at number 1 and have to face 29 other superstars in order to win.
Let's roll the dice.
That's sheer genius, Mr. McMahon.
Take it under advisement for a minute. Let me know which match you want to compete in tonight. Keep in mind that the higher your entry number, the later you enter the Royal Rumble, and the better your chances.
Mr. McMahon makes a tempting offer. I've worked hard to get 15. I've lost every feud I've been in this game so far. So, you know, all I gotta do is beat 2 stiffs? Come on now. There's no way I'll lose and fall at #1. I'm putting everything on the line. Paul London and Kurt Angle. That's a weird trio, but let's go.
Here comes the man who's currently scheduled to enter the Royal Rumble first. He's got a great opportunity to jump all the way to number 30 if he can win this triple threat match.
He can definitely use an upset win here tonight. Otherwise, he's got to pray for a miracle at the Rumble.
Backflip.
I wonder what he did to make Mr. McMahon angry enough to put him in a match like this. His number 30 entry spot is at stake.
I have no idea, Cole, but you know as well as me, it won't be the first time he found himself in Mr. McMahon's doghouse, that's for sure.
This superstar is taking a huge gamble. He's given up his entry number entirely and is guaranteed to leave here tonight as either the number 1 or number 30 entrant in the Royal Rumble.
Hey, he might have more guts than brains. But you never can tell. Superstars have entered at number 1 and won the whole thing. And others have come in at number 30 and been tossed over the top rope.
Well, now that I know how to Irish whip, because I'm an idiot, here we are. So yeah, definitely Karrion Kross going to interfere with Keith Lee at some point for smashing that hourglass. That's going to happen, whether or not it ends up being next week or later on than that. Somewhere, some way, there's going to be some deal between Lee and Kross. That is undisputed. So, let's get in here. Kurt Angle wants none of this. He's like, no, you guys fight it out. I'm going to hang out and not use any energy here in the early stages of the match. And what else we got here? Santos Escobar had some things to say, and then here comes Drake Maverick, who ends up getting put through a table for his interference, because that's going to happen there. Mercedes Martinez is back soon. That's cool. She's really good, so looking forward to that bit of business. Bronson Reed beat up the same jobber as Karrion Kross, and now he's going to fight Karrion Kross next week. So we know that Kross will be in the building next week during that triple threat match between Lee and Gargano and Balor. And the women's titles were defended successfully by Bayley and Sasha Banks, the golden role models. Chokeslam. Something like that. So, but at the very end, here comes Io Shirai. Now, Io Shirai does not have a tag team partner, but when's the last time that we saw Kairi Sane? Because we have this brand-to-brand invitational, do we not? So, just saying, that match was promised when Sasha and Bayley had those tag titles the first time, and we never got the Sky Pirates versus Bayley and Sasha. So, perhaps at some point in the future, that could be a thing that we could get. We shall see. Meanwhile, on AEW, last night, speaking of tag team titles being defended, Paige and Omega defended their titles against QT and Dustin, the Natural Nightmares. And guess who came out ringside and cost them the match? That's right, Allie. That happened. So, put that one on the bingo board, as it was just going to happen regardless. Anna Jay fought Abaddon, who is legitimately terrifying, and lost to her. And the Dark Order came out and got Anna Jay, so that was a thing that happened. But also they gave papers to Colt Cabana, who was ringside, and now we're going to have Mr. Brody Lee and Colt Cabana in a tag team match. I think next week or week after, something like that. So that's going to happen. MJF continues his winning streak, and MJF beats Billy Gunn, and that was a thing that happened on this show. So obviously he cheated with the ring, but he still did that. That still happened. So Britt Baker got kidnapped by Big Swole and ended up in a dumpster. Good times. She She even hit that "where to" Britt Baker type deal, which is you know the old classic "where to." Where to, Stephanie? Buckle up, Teddy. That kind of deal. So, and Paul London reversed my finishing maneuver. I do not agree with your beardness, Paul London. What in the holy hell, Paul London? You are not on my level, Paul London. That's not how we're playing things here today in the game. That's right, torture rack. Don't you get in here, Kurt Angle. Stay out there, Kurt Angle. You had to interfere. You had to interfere. I could have had Paul London. It could have happened. Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Stop punching me. I can't reverse a strike. What is wrong with me? It's been a rough day, man. Kurt into the submission. It's not going to matter because Paul is right there. So, whatever. Okay, what else we got here? The free agent who challenged Cody for the TNT Championship was Ricky Starks, who was in NWA. So, apparently, this was his tryout, and they were so impressed, they offered him a contract right then and there. So, good for him, man. He did some good stuff in NWA, and I enjoyed his work there, from what I watched when that whole show started. Good times, man. Good times. Now then, there was a tag team match here, and that ended up... Can I not interrupt this thing? Seriously. The tag team match, not super important, but again, we ended up with the Bucks, and we ended up with FTR having kind of a, hey man, we're gonna get into this eventually type scenario involving a whole bunch of freaking tag teams. Man, low blow from Kurt Angle. How dare you, Kurt Angle? How dare you? I do not acquiesce. Nope. Nah-ha-na-ning. Kurt, get dropped. Get dropped on your head and let Paul London do his Paul London thing. But guess what, Paul London? I'm still here. I could have capitalized. I could have. And it just did not let me capitalize. So, on your head, Paul London. On your head, zombie. Oh, Kurt Angle. Look, Kurt, I beat you in a submission match. Twice. Because I had to do it again. I didn't save. Rough times. Now then, the main event was Jericho and Sammy taking on Best Friends, and Best Friends won that match in a, you know, obviously they pinned Sammy there and not Chris Jericho, but Kurt, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to get Kurt because Paul London's already damaged, but Kurt's going to break up the pin here immediately. That's the problem, Kurt Angle. That's the problem. After the main event, though, Mysterious Cameraman ended up being Orange Cassidy, and Orange Cassidy beating up on Chris Jericho. They are now signed for Fyter Fest. It will be Jericho and Orange Cassidy after they beat him to a pulp. I wanted to... Out of the ring. Out of the ring. No, Kurt Angle. I don't think so. I want to just toss out Kurt Angle, hit Paul London, and pin Paul London. That's the plan here, and it's been, thus far, difficult to make happen. Turns him over. Walls of Jericho. Yeah, Kurt. Yeah, Kurt. Yeah, Kurt. Oh, come on. I had that. And, of course, Kirk Angel here. All right, got a finisher. They both just turn and look at me. That's really funny. One of y'all need to get out of the ring. Or Brock locked. Either way, man. Either way, man. You missed, Paul London. You missed! Tap, Kurt, tap. Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Paul London on the outside. Is there enough time to get back to Kurt Angle? Can I get that 1, 2, 3? Come on, man! I had it. I literally had it. Everything fell into place, and Paul London screwed me. How about no? How about not a freaking chance in the world? Paul London, with your finisher, hit it on Kurt Angle. Leave me out of this. Back in the ring, Kurt. Back in the ring, Kurt. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's gotta be it. London on the outside. He is completely and totally done. Don't you rope break me. Don't you freaking rope break me, you stupid. video game. Get back in the ring, Kurt. Face Kurt Angle. Please, 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 please. And thank you. 1, 2. I did it. Oh my god, I did it. I won the big one finally. Good God. And most importantly, saving the damn game. Okay, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And I'm out.